Howdy, folks. So today is day three, right? Day three of the 22 ways to automate your freelance business. So before I get into it, we've already covered in day one your ideal client and figuring out what your solution is and asking yourself four important questions on that. Day two was all about crafting that UVP. Yep. Basically telling someone who asks you what it is that you do and not be boring with your answer. So, the one thing I want to talk about is wow, Facebook is telling me to put on a mask to give yourself a fun look. All right, so I guess this is something new. They're trying a little Snapchat gamification thing going on here. But before I jump into that, I just want to get on Facebook. I want to make sure that it's being, we're all good here. And I want to go ahead and share this out. So in the meantime, please jump in. Love to hear who you are and where you're tuning in from. Leave a comment below. And as well as those replay viewers, look, I love you. Definitely jump into the comments as well. I want to hear what you have to say about this too, because this is all about your rate, right? If you want to increase profits next year, this is the one you got to listen to. So I'm just going to check on, okay. Awesome. Awesome. So, hey Ben. So you gave me a thumbs up. Hey Jen. Yeah, sorry I missed seeing you yesterday. It was a good time. All right. So it looks like we're all good to go here. Hi Laura from the Philippines. Awesome. Thanks for following me. I do appreciate that. So what I want to talk about, oops, let me close out the Facebook thing here because I see myself over in the side here. So again, this is day three of the 22 ways to automate your freelance business. And this is still a part of setting that foundation. But I want to touch upon days 1 and 2 on how you could build automation into that, right? So you've defined your ideal client and your ideal solution. And then day 2 is all about crafting that UVP, not being boring with your answers and just regurgitating the past 4 clients that you've had, right? So now that you've basically narrowed down your offering and who you serve to 2 sentences, you are now able to take that UVP and drop that into any social media profile that you have, right? You can even just set up a buffer, right, to social media, just stating your UVP, right? It's that simple because you've defined your ideal client and your ideal solution and who you help and the benefits that they've given, the benefits that your service gives to your clients. Now you've got that. Now you got that little snippet and you can easily just keep regurgitating that over and over into your market. So that's what you want to do, right? You can start automating with just a simple task, right? Just like that. Just every week or so or every other day, just tweet out some of the benefits to your services, right? Who you help. These kind of things. You could share that on Facebook groups, especially when people ask you to introduce yourself. Like if you join a Facebook group and, the first post is who you are and what you want to get out of this group, go ahead, drop that in there. This is who I am and this is who I help. You already have that, cut and paste. It's nice and easy. You don't have to think about it and it's quick. So today, right, it's all about your rate. Now, this is something that it's funny because a lot of people look to their other folks, the other people in their industry in order to, hey Matt, nice to see you. It's people look to other people in their space to figure out where they can fall into with your rate. Now, for me, I look at my rate as a price, right? I don't work on hourly rates. I don't work on things where it's kind of time for money, right? I look at my rate as the value of the solution to my clients, to my clients, right? I look at it, I anchor it to the return on their investment. So, hey Lauren, awesome. Get back on the softball field. Yeah, Matt. We'll see. I'm on 2 teams already, but living in the city, it's hard to get all the way out east. But so yeah. So for me, it's really all about figuring out, exactly how you can measure, right? Measure the return on the investment your client has in you, and price anchor your rate to that, right? And charge for your services in that way. So I always look to my clients and what they're asking of me in order to determine what my rate is, right? Sure, I could say it's $50 an hour, $100 an hour, $150 an hour, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm getting what I'm worth, right? I've already looked to the market to somewhat dictate what I'm charging. So I would encourage you to sit down when you bring a client on or a lead on, ask them more about what it is that is so important to them about this project, right? And when you do that, you find out whether it's time or revenue or profits, whatever that pain point is. And again, I keep going back to that. That's what they're willing to pay for, right? So if a customer tells you that it ultimately boils down to them making $50,000 over the next 6 months or over the next 12 months, it really would be a no-brainer for them to bring you on for $10,000, even if it's something where it only takes you about a week to do, right? But you have that skill set and that defined, service that that you can replicate and help. Hey Trey, nice to see you again. Teresa was with us in Philadelphia last week, so she's killing it. But yeah, so price anchor yourself to the ROI of the client, right? Because if I came up to you and you wanted to hire me and you wanted to increase sales for your e-commerce store through the holiday season, you wanted to increase from 20% over last year, right? And let's say that number is $50,000. Hiring me to do my magic on the website, would it make sense to hire me for $5,000? Right? Now you're positioning yourself and your services against that pain point. You're not positioning yourself with the market, right? So my effective hourly rate, let's say if it takes me about a week to do that work, even though I'm getting $5,000 for, and let's say the effective hourly rate is somewhere $300, $350 range per hour, well, that's what it is, right? They see it, oh, okay, he could bring me in X dollars. Yeah, of course it's a no-brainer for him to hire him at that price, because hell, if he can bring me that, that's awesome, so they're not looking at me versus the other part of the market, right? They're not looking at, oh, he's $100, this other guy's $50 an hour, he's a little bit more expensive. I'm repositioning the mindset of that client in a way where they're not thinking about the other people in the market anymore. They're just thinking about the conversation that I'm having with them. So once you're able to identify that big pain point and position yourself and your rate against that of what the client's ROI is, you'll start to elevate your rate and elevate your business and elevate profits, right? It's great that you're bringing in a 5K project or a 10K project, but how much profit does that bring, right? When you sit in the profit side, when you increase your profits, that's when you start building that sustainability inside of your business. So again, I would encourage you, yes, this series is about automation, right? And again, this is still setting that foundation, right? We're setting that foundation of, hey Jocelyn, hey Steve, setting that foundation of your rate, right? And being able to position yourself against the client and being in present in that conversation for your services allows you to be able to get a higher rate and increase your profits and not have your clients looking to the other people in your space for your rate. They're looking at you, the value that you provide, and your services. So, again, it's day 3. We're going to keep rolling with this, getting awesome feedback from everybody. Definitely contribute into the comments. I encourage you, if you haven't yet already checked it out, join the Sustainable Freelancer Facebook group. You can do that at res.com/Facebook. It's free. And this morning I looked, there are 163 people in there talking about building their freelance business, building their small business, and looking to build processes and systems inside their business to become more sustainable. And if you're already in there, I would encourage you to leave a comment and pop in there and just drop in what your goals for 2017 are, right? I'd love to share that with you and hear what your aspirations for 2017 are. Yes, thanks Jocelyn, thanks Matt. If this is good value for all of you guys, definitely please go ahead and share that, right? If tag somebody, right? Have them come look at this if you think that this is beneficial for those people. I want to get that word out. I really want 2017 to be small business and freelancer friendly, so to speak. So let's go ahead and do that. And we can do that by sharing that with the community. So again, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow in the day 4 video, right? It's your time to feast.